Hey y'all. How's everybody doing? I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I feel like it's been forever. I think it's been like a month. I've just had, I've had a lot going on. This time of year gets busy for me at work, and I also had 4 custom journals that I had to get done, and I wanted to go ahead and get those finished and get them mailed out. I did not get a chance to video them. I apologize. I usually try to video everything that I make just so I have a record of it, because I forget. I know a lot of you, you forget what you've done. So I like to have that as a reference. But these are 2 journals that I also made in the past several weeks. I've been working on them for, probably for the last month while I was working on the custom orders. And I also got together with a friend one Saturday, and we made some Christmas cards. We did some watercolor. I practiced with some watercolor, so that was fun. And I've got some other, I'm gonna finish up those 2 Christmas journals. I'll show you in a minute. I think I'm gonna, when I get back from Tennessee this weekend, I'm gonna work on those and put them in the shop and just see if anybody's interested. But I want to finish those up. So, and I've got some other projects I want to do. I'm just trying to figure out where to start. I kind of, when I finish stuff, sometimes I get in this little lull, this little creative, kind of hole. And I've just been struggling with what do I want to start next, because I've got a lot of farm journal type stuff I can do, and then I've got, of course, I always have kids stuff I can do in the golden books, but then I bought that huge sewing stitchery kit from Renee, so I'd love to do some of that. So I really don't know where I'm going next. It just depends on, where my inspiration takes me, and I'm trying to get re-inspired again. So I thought I would go back to the Christmas stuff since I already started something and try to finish those. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm babbling now. But I wanted to share with you these 2 books that I made for baby Owen. I have a new grandson that arrived on November the 19th. And all is well with them. It was a little sketchy there for a while. She had preeclampsia, so we were doing a lot of praying, and she was doing a lot of resting, and we just, everything turned out really well. And he's here. So I made this book for Brittany and Kelly. Kelly is my son. Brittany is his other half, and baby Owen. So this is for them, and then this one's for me. She wanted a smaller, more flexible type book, and I like the bigger one. So this is the one I made for baby Owen for me to document. So, and I think I'm just gonna do, like, I'm gonna finish up Sophia's year. She'll be a year old December the 20th, and then I'm gonna start just mixing them into my regular daily type books that I'm trying to get done, but I can't seem to finish any of my own projects. I go all over the place. Anyway, I know a lot of you can relate to that, but one day they'll be finished. They're complete enough. But this is made out of the cracker box. Like I showed you, like I did the snowman ones. I just tied it with a little ribbon for now. I thought the ribbon was cute. I didn't want to kind of overdo this with the tie. I may make her a tie later, but the inside is fabric. The inside's fabric's ticking, and then I did the little blue jean. Pockets. Okay, so it's super squishy. There's a lot in here, but there's a lot of room to grow. And I used this blue. That same blue that I used on the Christmas journal that I did, the mini, and I did 6 signatures in here. So I kind of had a plan when I did this, so that each signature would give her 2 months, and then so she could document this whole first year, special moments or whatever she wants to put in here. And then I just did the washi tape on the spine to reinforce that, just to give it some strength, and I did the little pieces. This is an image that I found. It was a free image I found on, I think it's on Pinterest, but the person, I can't remember her name, But you can use it for your own personal projects. But this was just something I found off of Pinterest. And I printed them out, and I cut them in a circle, and I reinforced them on a little bit of lightweight chipboard. And I inked around the edges, and then stitched around the edges in black. And then I just layered some jean and burlap and this gingham, this red gingham, and stitched all that together, and then glued it on, and then glued him on. Before I did that, though, I did stitch these buttons into the fabric. I stitched these little buttons in there, then glued it all on. Just stuck a little bitty pin down here. And then this is actually a pocket, so she can stick a tag or a photo or something in there. And then the charm is just buttons, you know, my usual stuff, the buttons, and then the dice. And I put his name on here. And there's a little train, there's an airplane, you know, and some little fun beads and stuff. So in this one, I took some recycled jean and made pockets here. And then I tucked some little things in here for her. This is a mix of the same kind of stuff as some vintage stuff. There's more scrapbook paper and items like that in here for her. She is a scrapbooker, but she really likes this style too. But I tried to give her sturdy pages, so I didn't put anything in here that was really old or, you know, stuff like that. But I put pockets in each signature for her to tuck things. Here is baby Owen. So I printed a few pictures out for him. So there's sweet baby Owen, the day he was born. And then I actually purchased one of these little Project Life things. And I can't remember who is it that does the little kits. It was a really cute baby boy one that I found for sale. Now I just clipped some pictures in here, and I hope my son doesn't get mad at me, but this is him holding baby Owen, and just signed it. This came out of a book that Jessica sent me called A Baby is Born, and I just took some of those pages out of there and put them in here. I thought that was cute. And I signed it there. Clipped some more pictures of him and her. Okay, what did I do there? I messed up. Okay, this goes on this side. This was from a book that Crafter Deidre sent me. It's called Guess How Much I Love You, and I love that, so I just put I put that page in here. And then she might get mad at me, so I'm not going to show you her picture. But here's some more of the from different scrapbook lines of paper. I tried to make it simple for her. She can just slip pictures in, you know, and whatever she wants to do. This is a paper clip that I had in my stash for a long time. And there is sweet baby Owen dressed. I haven't had a chance to meet him yet because they're in Tennessee. They moved to Tennessee back in September. And I'm so excited to go. We're leaving tomorrow to go, and that's all of them. So that is Brittany and Kelly and Oakland and Owen, and this is Oakland and Owen. How precious is that picture right there? So sweet. She loves her baby brother, and we were all a little concerned, you know, because she's 3. We were wondering how she was going to act, but she's been really good, so that's great. So I just clipped those pictures in there for them, and then I'll flip through the rest of it. You know, I put my little buttons in the signatures like I normally do. I tried to give her a ton of space. I did put some tea-dyed papers in here, some book pages, but a lot of it is more scrapbook heavy than some of my books. Bambi, some ledger, and then I love doing these little sleeves like this. As you guys know, I have to kind of improvise every time I get some cutoffs. So I had some cutoffs that went in. The sleeve was this way, so I just created a little you know, little gusset to attach them together, and then sew them in like a signature. So if you guys want to see how I did that, there's a lot of people who, you know, it's kind of like putting 2 pages together, or 2 pages together and creating a little strip and stitching them together so that you have a way to stitch them in. Some little pockets here. I put quite a few pockets in here so she could just tuck things or clip things in, so that for now, you know, because she's not really going to have a lot of time. She wanted a book, though. She loved the one I made for Abby and Tyler and Sophia. So she did want a book, but it's, you know, for now she can just tuck things in pockets until she can, you know, have time to work on this, because I don't know about you guys, but when my boys were little, I didn't have time to do this. I didn't really start documenting things for them until they were teenagers, and then I went back. So these are 2, this is like the cover of that book that I cut down, and it was a paperback book, but I thought these would be really cute writing. They work really well to use as a writing board, so I stuck them in there. So you can see, I did put some Richard Scarry stuff in here. There's some cloud wallpaper, and I believe I got that from, I think I got that from Aaron. And then some vintage, there are some vintage things in here, some vintage music paper and book pages. And then I just stuck an envelope here. Just tried to give her plenty of room, you know, to tuck things in. And then this is a pocket. I made a big pocket on both sides of this signature. And there's a Winnie the Pooh Christopher Robin tag that I had in my stash. A Winnie the Pooh page, flips out. Some vintage Mickey paper. And then, you know, I made a couple of these little flip outs that you guys have seen me do. I just used cardstock instead of using the index cards, and made little flip outs. There's so many things you can do with that. These are some little cards I picked up. They were so cute. I picked up at a thrift store. Me and my friend Lori went out thrifting probably about a month ago, just to get out. We were going stir crazy, and there was a few stores in her area open. I found those. It's sort of the same stuff that you guys see me do all the time. Nothing really too, you know, new. But just tried to put together, and this is a big pocket back here too. These are some really cute vintage songbooks about, had lullabies in it. And there's another Pooh tag. And this is from that A Baby Is Born book. I love the illustrations. I love the coloring. I love the way they did that. And look at that cute little baby with the bottles. Another music. So just tons and tons of things in here. Tons of space. And then I had a little, I bought this little 6x6 paper pad, and this one has the, you know, 1 month to a year. So I thought she could use those if she wanted, and some extra pages that didn't actually make it into the book when I was putting it together. So that is that. And I love the way, I need to do me one like this. I love the flex of these books. They just feel super good in your hands, and you can pack them full, you know. You can really put a lot of stuff in there. So, and then the buttons, when I do the buttons in the signature, that can add a little bit of bulk too. So, you know, you don't have to do that. Like if she wants to cut those buttons out, she can, because that will take a little bit of the bulk out. But so that is the book I made for Brittany and Kelly. And I wanted to get that documented. I wanted to show you guys that. And then this is the one I made for me. And of course, it's already, you know, I did kind of like I did Sophie. I've got a lot of stuff tucked in here. Like I have a bunch of stuff just tucked in there that I might use in here. And this was a book that I believe it was purple. I can't even remember what it was now. But I like the size of it because it's like, let's see. It's like 8 1/4 across by 9. So it's like 9 by 8 1/4. I really like this size. It gives you a lot of room. I like to put a lot of stuff in my journals. As you've seen, the few things that I have shared, my journals end up being really chunky. But, so the charm on this one I did similar. I put some really cool vintage buttons, some of my favorites, the vintage domino, some wood beads, and a couple of glass beads in there. And then I took this safety pin and I just put Owen on the safety pin, and then I attached this little piece of some jewelry that I had. I can't remember if that was gifted to me or if it came in one of those jewelry boxes. I can't remember. But then some of these beads, there's a couple of beads that I got from Peggy. She sent me in some Happy Mail. And then some of them just, you know, from jewelry that I've purchased and things like that. And then a vintage leather button and this really cool silver button with a star. And then this little Noah's Ark piece came off of a bracelet that belonged to my mother. And I've kind of been saving that to use that on my projects here and there because I never wear it. But I wanted to keep it. I love that. So I put that little piece on there. And then this is just, you know, I just found this regular with kind of a, it's got some flex. You know, I didn't use a really thick spine. Put 5 signatures in here. And then the back is plain. It's just painted. I just painted it that blue color. And then on the front, I made a star. So I took some lightweight chipboard and made this star, and then I glued the blue jean fabric onto the star, and then I cut it, okay, cut around it, and then I stitched around the star, and then I added this little piece of burlap and this other little image that I found off of Pinterest. I used this image a while back, a couple of years ago actually, when I first started doing videos, and I made a really cute little boy book with this image in a square on it. But I've always liked that. I love the little cowboy on the stork. I think he's really cute. And then I just added a little safety pin and a button here and two little brads here. And then I put that piece on top of the star, and then I stitched around this. Did the same thing like I did with that. Just put it on a lightweight piece of chipboard, and then inked around the edges, and sewed around it, and then glued that on top of that. So it's like layered on here. But I didn't put it all together in one piece and then put it on here. I put each piece down one at a time after I had put these things on here. Okay. So inside of here, I don't have a lot of pockets in this one. I kept this one kind of blank so that I found when working with Sophia's, I ended up pulling a lot of things out. And so I kept this one sort of blank, and I haven't put a lot of pockets. Like I have things clipped to make pockets if I want to. And I just have the pictures of him, the same pictures clipped in different places. It just so happened, this is so funny that the clothing, this is from a book that, a baby book. And I can't remember. I think somebody sent me that. Chastity, maybe? Or Phaedra? I can't remember. Y'all, I'm terrible. I appreciate everything that you send me, but I forget. I really do. Sometimes I remember, like, right off the bat. Here's another picture of sweet baby Owen. This is some wallpaper that I did get from Erin, and I loved it. It has the, you know, jungle theme. So I put that in here. I put some sleeves in here just like I did the other one. Sort of a mixture of the same types of items. But I like the bigger pages, so I added some link to some of the pages. And if you have any questions about anything, just let me know. This was a file. This was a page, like a fly leaf page, but I love the color of it. I'll probably just put a picture over that. Love that blue, and I love the texture of the paper. This is a little piece of fabric I want to use in here somewhere. 3 little bears. Wrapping paper. Believe that came from Phaedra. The 3 little pigs from one of those big books. Some vintage music. And this is, I could actually, it's doubled up, so I could actually glue this and use this as a pocket. Or I could, you know, I could move this up like here and just tuck things up in there. Vintage ledger, which I don't have much of that left. I'm gonna have to go on the hunt for some more ledger. This is a little tag that I made a long time ago using that little bunny stamp from Stampin' Up. And I need to make some more of those, but I had that in my stash. And then pieces from the, you know, scrapbook papers. This was one of my hidden paper clips that I made with the tag in it. So I kind of saved this one for this. It goes there. This is from a children's treasury book. It's a little story called Bartholomew. Jessica sent me that. Some things I remember right off the top of my head, and then other stuff I just... This is some wallpaper. Some vintage music. Like that came from Phaedra. And these came from Phaedra, these little charts. This was a Richard Scarry book that I had in my stash. Little buttons. So just lots and lots of space in here. I probably put way more pages than what I really needed. Here's a little fingerprint page. We'll try to get his fingerprints. This was a little book that I absolutely loved with the little boy. I love the little drawings in it, so I used some of that in here. This was some wallpaper that I got when I was in Texas that I've kind of hoarded, and I finally was able to use that. I love the polka dots, and this has a texture. The dots have a texture. Let's see. I used some of it, but I hoarded a piece back. This came from another storybook. I love this image. More clear sleeves. This cardstock to extend the page. So here, what I did was I took, you know, an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and then I folded that page over, okay? And I just stitched this and gave me an extension here, okay? So, I don't know if you can see, yeah. So I took this piece and folded it over to here, okay? And then just added another whole piece of paper and stitched it. Now you can stitch it here and stitch it here, and then that creates a pocket here. So you can do that a lot of different ways. Now this is some more like gift wrap type paper. Phaedra sent me a whole stack of that. This is just an envelope that I had in my stash that I kind of cut it down and stitched it and put some things in here that I might want to use throughout the book. This was another page from that Rand McNally book. Here's where I did sort of an extension to a page. Well, no, I just did a pocket on this page. Yeah. With that little strip that was left over. And these were just some little pieces that I had. Like little photo mats and stuff I stick in there. Another clear sleeve that I left empty. Just use some of my favorite colorful papers and, you know, some of my favorite things in here. That little boy. And so that is my book for baby Owen. And I also put her together some things for her book. And then, I don't know, let's see how long. Not too bad. So I'll show you guys real quick. These were the two, I don't know if you've been watching me, you saw where I started this back in like September, August and September when I was doing my Christmas stuff. So I'd started this little book. So I've pulled some other things to go in this, and I've actually done all the, you know, poked all the holes and everything. I've just got to go back and finish this one up. And then this tie will go around this one. So I'm going to try to finish that one when I get back from seeing baby Owen. And then this is another one that I had started. I don't think I showed this one at all. So I've already made like a fabric tassel for this one. And this is a large book. So this was a book that I found at one of my thrift stores, and I've already punched. I've just got a bunch of stuff. These are the scraps and some other things I'm gonna add in here. May or may not add, well, I know I'm gonna add this in here. I'm gonna add this big pocket's gonna go in here. And then some of these other pieces, I'm not sure yet, but I punched all the, I did this, put the whole story in here. And I've punched all the pages and stuff. I just need to go back and do the sewing and the embellishing and making pockets and stuff like that for this one. So I thought I'd show you guys that. So that one will be coming if I can get it done before Christmas, hopefully next week. So there's that. And then I want to do some of the gingerbread men. I want to show you guys. I had a couple of people ask me about my little gingerbread men, so I'm going to try to do that too, do a video about that. So that'll be coming. If anybody's still interested in Christmas, if you hadn't already gotten all your, you know, stuff together for your journals for December. Anyway, I think I've rambled long enough, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Love you. Take care. Bye.